Hello there, and welcome to Meal Kit Reviews. Now, what have I got here? Right, this is the All Hazards Prime pack. Right, a new pack by 511. This was launched early this year at the SHOT Show in LA. Right, LV, I think, out that way, in America. That's the one. I want to clarify a couple of points with this before I go into the actual pack itself. I've watched a couple of videos, and you've probably seen them yourself, right, on YouTube. One of the review videos is factually correct. The other one, unfortunately, is a little bit incorrect. Right, there's a couple of bags, or a bag that has been designed to work with this bag, right, and that's the ammo mule. Right, now, unfortunately, on one of the videos that you see on YouTube, it states that you get 2 ammo mules with the pack itself. You don't. Right, that is a separate item, right, as is something else that you'll see that I've put on this pack, right, that at the end of the day, right, is something I've put on it for a reason. But please bear in mind, when you buy this pack, you get the pack on its own. The ammo mules are a separate item. I'm going to get an ammo mule, I've got an idea for it, right, unfortunately it's not available in the UK as yet, right, but as soon as it is, believe me, I will have one, right, and then away we go. But that's enough about this, let's talk about this pack. This pack has got to be one of the most thought out packs I've ever come across. Right, and I'm not just saying that because I've got one here. Right, it is. Right, whichever way you look at this, there's a lot of thought gone into this. Right, there's enough waffling. Right, let's just take a close look. On the outside here, right, we've got 511, the famous for. Right, we've got the admin panel, plenty of room in here. Right, pens, pencils, right, business cards, notebooks. Right, you've got a big pocket here, another one here as well. Right, I mean, really great. You've got a couple of key ring clips here. I'll find them. There you go. Right, I mean, it's big as well. I mean, you'll get plenty in there. Right, the other great thing about this pack, I mean, I'm going to say that 511 have really thought this through, and they've taken advice and listened to their customers, which, in my opinion, they're famous for. I mean, there's not many manufacturers actually listening to customer comments. Look at these great big zip pulls on here. They're great. They're great. Great with gloved hands. Fantastic. One thing that you'll notice with this pack, which is a new feature with 511 packs, right? Any of the packs that have this separate admin pocket, at the end of the day, they one of the failings, as far as I was concerned, and it wasn't a massive problem, it would have been a little bit of a headache if you was carrying things in here. Right, once you undone these quick release clips, this would just flop right out. Well, they've attached these now, these straps, to these quite simple loops, right, which are easily detachable. They both do the same thing. You can unhook them, right, so away you go. Right, but the good thing about that is you can actually prevent the flap from flopping right out. Inside here, there's a fleece panel. Right, so if you're carrying anything with a face shield, right, maybe a helmet or whatever in here, right, or you may pop your laptop or your tablet in there, bearing in mind that you've got these side gussets here, right, to stop it sliding out the side. Right, obviously the screen's not going to get scratched, right, but it's a brilliant addition to what is already a fantastic pack. Right, what I will mention, right, is on here you've got plenty of rows of molly. Right, nice big Velcro panel there. Right, so there's plenty you can get on there, and also on the sides they've put Velcro on the top 2 molly straps on both sides. Right, so there's plenty of room there for your morale patches or whatever you want to attach to it. Right, moving on to the next compartment. Now, this is one you might need to pop your sunglasses on for this one, chaps and chapesses. Right, if we unzip this right way down to the bottom, right, here we have bright orange. Now, 2 advantages to this. One, it's great for use for signalling, right, if you're out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, where I'm filming here, if I put this in the middle of this green field, this is going to stand out like a sore thumb. Right, the other little thing is anything that you've got attached in here, I mean, there's loads of, I mean, you've got 4 rows of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 loops of molly in this main part, right, which has got to be a good, what's that, 2.5, 3 inches deep. Right, so you can attach other pouches in there if you want, and it's not going to start pressing into the rest of the pack. This has been given plenty of room at the front end to accept it. Right, and the other real advantage to the orange liner, right, is quite simply it just makes it very easy in low light conditions to see exactly what you've got in there. Right, on the front end, right, we've got 2 medical pouches. Right, again, it's nice see-through mesh there. Right, you've got a couple of little panels there that you can put a little card in there or whatever you, to tell you exactly what's in there. Velcro removable, right, so if you do have an issue, right, and you're stuck and you can't get to whoever you need to get to, you can always tear the relevant one out, throw it, everything's contained in there. Again, YKK zippers all over this pack. Everything with 511 I've ever come across has got YKK zippers attached to it. It's fantastic, right, they don't scrimp and save, right, on the important features of the bag. Right, let's zip this bit back up. With this bag, I've got to be brutally honest with you, this isn't a simple rucksack. Right, this is a very well thought out platform for an expandable system. That's me saying that, that's not 511, but this is just the view that I have of it. Now we move on to up the top end of the pack here. Right, we've got the fleece line pouch in there, which we're finding on all 511 bags now. Nice big pocket there, both hands in there. Right, you get goggles, you get a full set of full-size goggles in there with no problem at all. Mobile phone, right, sunglasses in there, right, no issues, right, it's really good. Right, double-ended zipper again, I love that idea. Right, everybody should do the same. Right, now, we're going to move on to the main part of the pack. Now, again, right, we've got an orange panel in there as well. This pocket here, right, I've got a Blackberry Playbook and I find that fits in there beautifully. Right, it's just a lovely, lovely fit. Right, we've got a bigger pocket over the back here, right, so you can get a full-size laptop in there, maybe even a 17-inch. I haven't tried that. Right, I can certainly get a 15-inch in there with no problem at all. Right, again, it's a deep pocket. I mean, my finger's going right up to my knuckles there. Right, it's a deep, deep pocket as well, so you've got plenty of room. This is where the ammo mules have been designed to sit. You can get 2 in there, so I've seen on YouTube. Right, when I get an ammo mule, you will be seeing this pack again. I've got to say, this pack is going to see a lot of use with me. Right, I've been so impressed with this, you wouldn't believe it. In the back here, we've got the plastic panel which stiffens the pack up, right, which is removable. I have been known to remove mine to place it on wet grass when I've sat down to keep my belly air dry, right, but it works very, very well. Right, before we go any further round, on the sides here, right, we've got these Velcro loops, Molly loops even, with Velcro on them. Right, I think, looking at that stretched out, you could probably get the 10x6 or the 6x10 pouches on the sides here. The only drawback is that if you want to retain the ability to unzip it completely from the main pocket, right, you'd have to probably move the slick sticks across a little bit. Right, swings around about, but it's really down to you. Right, I've been thinking about these side pouches, right, ever since I've had this pack. Right, if I do venture into those, I will do a review, and you will be seeing this pack together with the 72, the 12, right, the 24, right, Rush series, right, and we'll see how they fare from one pack to the other. It's just a little thought went through my mind. But the good thing about this is we've now got a pocket that runs right the way down here. Now that, to me, is worth its weight in gold. If you're carrying bivvy poles, they'll slide in there with no problem. It's intended, right, for carrying a US nightstick. Right, now you even get an adjustable strap, which is removable. You can move it to the other side if you want. Right, we've got an adjustable strap here, right, to attach around the nightstick main body or the handle to hold it in place. They've just really thought of absolutely everything with this pack, and this is what I say, a lot of thought has gone into this. Right, the pack itself was designed with input from, as it said on the label, right, from MacTac, and I thought, I don't know what that is, so I had to Google it. Right, and it came up with the multiple assault counter-terrorism action capability. Right, now, doing a little bit of reading, there's a lot of info on them.
right, they're at the sharp end of the stick. They're the ones that are dealing with the training, right, of our troops and your troops, right, and specialists in dealing with counter-terrorism situations, right. And the glorious thing is 511 have gone and done it again. Like, they thought, let's have a new pack, let's go to the professionals and find out what they want, right, and this is what they come up with, right. I'm just going to do these quick release buckles up just to keep it together a bit, right. We've got additional tie-on loops up here, right. There's sort of like 1.5, I would say, but I mean they're great, right. It gives you the ability to tie things on. Right, the other great thing with this, they put a grab handle on this, but the really good thing about it, I don't know about you, but you'll end up with a pack with a grab handle that's off-centred. Right, it's okay, I mean it's fine, we all live with it, it's not an issue, but this one, they've centred this, so we've actually got this loaded and you're carrying it, it actually hangs pretty straight, right, very, very impressed. Right, just the simple moving it from there to there, right, has made it that much better. Right, now let's go back on, let's go on to here. Now the other bit that you're seeing with this that you don't get with it, right, is the hydration bladder. But there's a reason that I've put this in here. Right, I've done a fair amount of pack reviews now, and I get tremendous amounts of questions. Right, and I haven't got a problem with questions, don't get me wrong. Right, will this size bladder fit, will that size bladder fit? Right, well let's just pop this round here. Right, in here we have a 3 litre or 100 fluid ounce bladder, and that fits perfectly. Okay, now up the top end, right, we've not only got the toggles to attach it, we've also, which is laid up tucked around the back, right, depending on what type of bladder you may have, right, we've also got the Velcro strap on there, right, so it swings and roundabouts depending on what you got. Now the one thing I really love about this is the way that the actual drinking tube exits the partition in the back. It comes up and it comes out here. Now it's not interfering in any way with the shoulder straps, it's coming out underneath them and then comes round onto the top, which is fantastic. Right, you can come out the other side as well if you want. Right, there you go. Right, and run down the other shoulder strap. So it's really down to you which side you want it to come down. But another great change, right, to the pack, right, which makes it even better. The actual foam on this, brilliant. Now 511 started moving away from the conventional type of foam with nylon covering, which we've all sustained sweaty backs from. This is a non-absorbent foam, so even if you're in a hot, sweaty environment, it's not going to get soaked. Right, with an air mesh coating. Very, very comfortable. Right, I mean it works very well. I can't wait for the real hot weather because I haven't had this in really hot conditions, just to give this a real acid test, but I've got a funny feeling this is going to be good. Right, I mean it proved to be good on the Covert series, the mesh system they've got on that works extremely well. I think this is going to be as good, if not maybe a bit better. I've got plenty of horizontal and vertical aeration channels, right, to keep you cool. Drain port at the bottom there, I don't know if you can see it there it is, just in case you land it with a bag. Well, it won't get full of water when it's got the drain port. Right, but let's move the straps, the shoulder straps around. The ergonomics of these are fantastic. Right, they fit nice and snug around the back of the neck, but not right up touching your neck with this. It's just off, but it fits nicely. Right, again, molly on the front here. Right, a nice chest strap there, right, which is removable. Now when I first saw these clips, I thought, they look weak. They're not, they're as strong as an ox. In fact, I'll just about undo it to get it off. Right, hands are a bit cold, a bit nippy at it. You can remove that. Not a lot of people like these chest straps. Some do, some don't. I never tend to put them on there if I'm carrying any real weight in a pack. Right, but other than that, I don't bother. But they clip up nice and tight. Right, the actual size of the pack, right, is... Now I'm going to give you some measurements here. I've got these from 511's website. Right, the main compartment, that's the big fella here, right, is 11.5 inches wide, 7.5 inches deep, right, by 20.5 inches tall. Okay, right. The overall exterior dimensions: 11.5 wide, 20.5 tall, 9 inches deep front and back. This to me is the perfect size pack. Right, that's why I say this is going to get a hell of a lot of use from me. Before I jiggled, right, from smaller to large, maybe rush 12 to 24, right, for EDC, right, sometimes with the messenger bag, right, which all works out really well, really well. But for me, this is now going to be my most used pack, right? There's no issues with that whatsoever, right? Fully compatible with the tier system, right? So if you've got a Moab 10, I mean, that'll fit beautifully on the back of this. This I can see this going well on the back of a Rush 24, Rush 72. On the back of this, Moab 10, Moab 6, no problem at all. You get a Rush 12 on this with no problem. Maybe if you want to equal up on size, right, 24 a fit, you could even, if you really wanted to, fit a 72 on it, right, but you're going to end up dwarfing this a little bit, okay? Please, most important of all, right, sometimes I miss things, sometimes I forget things, right, if there's anything you want to know, please feel free to let me know, right, don't be afraid to send questions, right, either via sort of open comment on the YouTube channel, right, across the forums, right, wherever you want to message me from, message me. But if you've got any questions, I'll certainly find the answers for you, right. If you're a first time viewer of Mill Kit Reviews, please subscribe to the channel, right, any new reviews that come up, right, you'll get an email update as and when they're published, right. But I'll leave you with the All Hazards Prime pack in mind, right. And if you decide you're going to go and buy one of these, believe you me, you will not be sorry, right. This is bomb-proof, this pack. I've said it before about packs, but I really miss. Oh, the one little bit I always forget something right till the end, don't I? Got grab handles on the bottom. Okay, again, right, the times I've let it scrabble around grabbing hold of a pack, right, when it's under a seat or what have you, right, you've actually got these grab handles which are good, right, and 4 attachment points, right, so you can tie things on. Sorry, now I don't know for certain, right, this is something I really want to try and find out, right, the side pouches, the horizontal ones, right, I'm wondering if that will fit on the bottom of this pack. Right, it's just certain features with the way that the zip runs on it and the slip sticks. Right, again, right, I need to have a look. One other tiny little thing, right, no waist belt on this. I get asked a lot of questions about waist belts and 511 packs. Right, Rush 72 has it, 2412 doesn't, this doesn't. But you do have these buckles, right, there's one on each side. Right, now, I've been asked a lot of questions about what you do for a waist belt. Yeah, what do you do for a waist belt? I mean, have a look around what you got. Some packs are removable, you might be able to fit one on here. What I'm waiting for, right, and I've actually seen this on 511, no I haven't, I've seen a video shot at the SHOT Show on YouTube. 511 are bringing out what they call the Brokos belt, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Right, as I understand it, it will be compatible with, I'm going to say carefully, most 511 packs. And it is a padded waist belt which you can attach to these buckles, right, giving you a very nice padded waist belt. But you need to watch this space on there, right? I mean, if it comes out in Europe, I'm going to definitely get one. In fact, if it doesn't, I'll probably order one from the States, because it's something that I could do with at times. I know that you guys would find it very interesting to see it in more depth, but if you're interested in that, take a look on YouTube. Brokos, I think it's Brokos. Do a search, see what you can find. Right, any questions, like I say, fire away. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.